Hi, everybody. Bolo and I are here. Here's Bolo. He's being a little antsy, so I may have to put him down a couple of times on the floor. May have to feed him up. He just laid down. How y'all doing? Jess Shrimp Granny, first in the chat. We already have 4 likes. Holy capoli. So that's terrific. Let me just tell you, I've been getting, finally, I know I've been saying this probably for about 2-3 months. I finally have water in my 10-gallon aquariums. And I will start the aeration and put in the heater tomorrow. Hey, what's up, Ambost? What's going on? Or Ambost? Ambost. So Michael of Michael's Fish Room was busting my chops the other day about a fish food. He says, I am giving my fish bacon. Well, hey, Loaves of Fishes, what's up? He said, I'm giving my fish bacon. By the way, if anybody's been at the Aquatic Experience, let me know. I can get a chance to go this year. Next year, maybe, we can get it done. So I'll show you what I'm using that Michael of Michael's Fish Room says is like bacon. And, that's right. Fish love bacon. I love bacon. Everybody loves bacon. Who doesn't love bacon? I love turkey bacon. I love any kind of bacon. All right. Hey, Terry's Tropical Tanks. What's up? Oh, he's not the worst thing to happen to the guppy hobby. There are many things worse than Michael, even though he'd probably agree with you. Here's the deal, is that, good nutrition in our fish, good nutrition in our lives. Here's what I ate today. For breakfast, you guys be very proud of me. I had oatmeal with blueberries, a little bit of honey, oatmeal made out of water. Okay? For lunch, okay, this is where I went right down the thing. I was out running errands. I got really hungry, and I went to Waffle House. And normally I get the pork chops and eggs, but I didn't want to deal with pork chops and eggs today for whatever reason. So I got the sausage, egg and Texas toast thing with the potatoes. They were good. Then for dinner, I killed it. I had a piece of salmon about that big, so about 4 inches long. Oh, Waffle House will get you. It's delicious. So I went to, I had the salmon with, I threw in the pan first some veggies, a couple of zucchinis, and a red pepper. Got the zucchinis because I put zucchini in a couple of my aquariums for plecos and also for the Amica Splendids. They love zucchini. Here's Bolo, everybody. He's my fish room companion, and he is a little spoiled. Right, little boy, you lay down. Lay down. He wants to just sit here. So that's the way it goes. Wow, 5 in, 5 likes. Thank you very much, crew. Okay, we have Jess. We have Terry's Tropical Tanks. We have Ambus, Loaves and Fishes. Who else is here? Yeah, it's the Palm was a gift to my ex-wife, and I got the dog in the divorce. So it's he's better with me anyways, because I take him out for the walks and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so feeding the fish bacon. So this is what I have, like, in fact, you're gonna see in my video tomorrow more food that I got. I have a wide variety of food for the fish. Wide variety. So I have Doug Gray's protein guppy food. which I've had now for about a week and a half. Or actually 2 weeks. I love it. It's great. Then I had Cobalt Ultra Guppy pellets. I have the North Fin Fry Food. I have kelp flakes for for the Amica splendens. I'll give those occasionally a little bit to the guppies. I have the Cobalt Tropical. I have some Cobalt Community here. I have the Hikari mini pellets for the different thing. I have a couple of different types of algae wafers, and I have bacon, fish bacon. So I'm going to show this to you right now, and just so you can see it. The Tetra shrimp wafers. So I asked Michael in Michael's Fish Room, I said, what makes this like bacon? So he goes, read the ingredients, read the ingredients. I'm going to confess to you right now. I give baby brine shrimp every day to my fish. Anthony's Fishy Friends, talking about bacon. So here's what's in this thing. Shrimp meal. Dehulled soybean meal. Wheat flour, feeding oatmeal, corn gluten, wheat germ meal, fish meal, potato protein, dried fish protein, digest, dried yeast, something called agar. Hey, what's up, Pam? 54 Punchies here. Let's see here. It has monocalcium phosphate, lysine, which is really good. It's good protein. But those are the big ones. It has 45% crude protein. It has 7% crude fat, 2% crude fiber, 9% max moisture, 1% mini phosphorus, and ascorbic vitamin C, 145 milligrams. It's got vitamin C. So is this truly? And by the way, I'll buy a shrimp wafer that, that's better. Tell me what it is, somebody. So, yeah, so that's sort of the deal. So that's the type of stuff I have in my fish room. I did a big feeding of baby brine shrimp at about 1 o'clock today, and I've got to feed the fish after we're done. I've got to get everybody fed. But I put in veggies into a slice of zucchini into the Amica splendens, and a slice of zucchini in with the plecos, the shrimp, and the snails. Daryl Deemer's here. Hey, Daryl. Mad Fish Diva, what's up? How's everyone doing? So anybody here? Oh, Life of Aquatic with Rob Bull. Hey, what's going on down under, mate? I have a question for you. Hey, Melvin's here. Great having everybody here. Wow. 11 in here. We got 8 likes. Thank you guys so much. What I can tell you is that I just try to feed a wide variety of things. I like giving cucumber to the plecos and amicas plebs. I did zucchini for like the second time in a row. And I'll tell you why, is that I make a rice dish. It's a Middle Eastern. It's if you're from the Middle East, you're Jewish, very popular. It's called tabbouleh. And it's a bulgur wheat dish that takes almost no time to make. And it's like real healthy for you. And you slice in cucumbers into it. So I always pick that up with cucumbers. And I went to, hey, Tampa Tom, what's up? And Troll, what's up, Troll? We need more trolls. And so No, I appreciate everybody in the live stream already. And I'm drinking, by the way, already a holiday themed cranberry frost sparkling ice. Only available for the holidays. It's really good. And what I like about this is that why should we ban you, troll? You know, you haven't done anything to ban yet. And don't do anything to ban you because I don't want to ban you. I want to ban nobody. I love everybody, even Corvus. All right. So here we are. Oh yeah, that you're right. Probably would be good with some vodka. I'll tell you what. The only alcohol I have in the house right now is I do have a couple of beers. Shiner Bock I have in the house, and so the sparkling ice thing. See, the thing is about sparkling ice is this: is that I don't need to make a huge thing of baby brine shrimp. So you just go out and you set that up, and this works perfectly for the amount of brine shrimp I'm doing at this point. But I'm gonna have 8 guppy tanks set up here pretty quick, plus the other 2 tanks. I am guessing I may have to move into bigger things on my brine shrimp hatching. But this works really well. And hey, HC Agua, how's it going? How's Hawaii? Yeah, the smart water bottles I bet are good too. Maybe that's my next move up when I have to do bigger ones. I have an aquarium that's just busting at the seams with fry. I'm gonna have to get that fry out of there, and I'm also gonna have to go and start separating the sexes. The ones are just getting to be about that age, and so I have come up with my system. You know, I have this 55-gallon aquarium with nanofish, small fish. So, and quite frankly, males hanging out with males and a couple of chaser females, you know, that's no big deal. I can let them grow out in that 55. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I have a place over here on your right, my left, that is begging for another rack of fish. Do I want to do it? Yes, of course I do. Of course I do. So it's all good. So let's see here. Everybody's talking back and forth in the chat. That's great. And yeah, more guppies. Now I have the 2 lines of guppies, and are actually 3 lines. I have 2 different lines of swordtails, another line of just delta tail guppies, swordtail guppies, and delta tail. Someone offered me that they want to try shipping for the first time. They want to know if I wanted some panda guppies. I said okay. Said let me pay for the shipping at least. And so we'll see what goes on there. I haven't received them yet. So I'm getting 2 more Super Reds this week. We'll do an unboxing video probably a week from Sunday, a week from tomorrow. And I'm going to a fish auction a week from today. It's at noon and it's only about an hour away, so I'll be back in plenty of time for the live stream. So don't fear. We'll be ready for that live stream, be ready to hang out with you guys when that goes in. Oh, a lot of that's fantastic. Fantastic, HC Agua, about all the entries, all the guppy entries, the local fish thing. That's great. But you're in Hawaii and you can like tub those things. You can do things I can't do. It was 30 degrees this morning in Joplin, Missouri. And so I lowered the heat like to 65. The Amica Splendens does not have a heater. And I wanted to see how far it would drop overnight. Nah, it was still going in from there. No, I have Life of Aquatic Rob Bull. I have Amica Splendens, which is a good idiot, critically endangered. I'm not breeding them yet because they're young. I just got them a month ago, but they're little fatties. I'm feeding them like there's no tomorrow. They seem to be very happy, so they're coloring up. So that's good. Oh no, I'm sorry, Jess. I hate when the gravel vacuums screw up and break. Mine occasionally falls out, and I don't understand why, but it does. And so we'll get that going on and going from there. Uh, let's see, what else do I know? Um, yeah, so a week from today is the Northwest Arkansas Aquarium Club. That's about an hour away from where I am. And I'll go down. It starts at noon, so I'll leave here at about 10. I have to figure out with Bolo. I have to figure out they have a place that has like daycare because I probably wouldn't mind because I'll walk him at 9:45 right before I leave, and then I'm feeling like I need to get back by 4. Obviously, I need to be back by 6 for the live stream, but I don't want to be on a time crunch. And if he's in daycare, he'll have other dogs to play with, unless it's PetSmart. My dog is a show dog. He's sort of he. I went through some health issues, and really, in the time for him to show is when I wasn't doing well. Yeah, Rob, they're an amazing fish, the Amica Splendens. I love them. Can't wait for them to grow up. So he sort of missed his window of showing because it really should have been between 6 months and 2 years, and I was just not there health wise. So now he's 12 years old. So I have frozen his semen. I'm getting a female. I'm on a list to get a female, supposedly somewhere around the beginning of the year. And so he probably won't be alive when she's ready to have puppies. So we're gonna have puppies by him. So I'm kind of excited about that. And yeah, it's damn. That's funny. Uh, that's very funny. So let's see other things I can tell you about that are going on in the fish room. Uh, I've got these 410s that'll be online tomorrow by Wednesday. They'll be well on their way to being set up, and then after that, I'm gonna have to contemplate the rack over here to my left. So that's remember this is a PG-13 thing. And what happened to Troll? I thought Troll would be all about this. Where'd Troll go? By the way, gang, 11 in the chat, 11 likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I 12 likes. Holy cow. Thank you guys. So it's I would love to hear about Okay, my shrimp wafers are that are apparently, by rumor, these are apparently fish bacon. Which shrimp wafer do you use that you think is good nutrition? I have no idea. It's help me out here. Help me out. I will tell you, my super reds love it. I did a video, I don't know, this last week or so, and they went, they show up from nowhere on it. They love it. So it is bacon. And so, I think maybe for our Pleco people, maybe Tom of TM Aquatics will jump in. Wouldn't that be good? Because he's a Pleco man. If you've seen his videos, um, hey, if Pam or Daryl, if you could put up the link to TM Aquatics, that would be fantastic. Because for those interested in Plecos, this dude has some rare ones. He has some common ones. It's pretty inspiring. Melvin, if you could help out with that, somebody, TM Aquatics link, that would be fantastic. He has a lot of different plecos, so I probably should hit him up on it. And hey, thank you very much, Daryl. Thank you very much, Pam. And so that's great. We have this up and running. Yeah, but the deal is about the plecos. That's like a rabbit hole along with the guppies. No, I know they are, but he has Ancistrus. So he knows all. It's and what I have not been giving these guys, and I need to pick up some frozen bloodworms to drop in there. The nanofish will love it, and they love it. And my catfish will love it as well. So I need to pick up some frozen, some wonderful frozen bloodworms. So I'll do that. Maybe I can do that later tonight or tomorrow. I know I'm sort of locked into watching the football game. Florida LSU. I think that looks like it'll be a good game. Hold on one second. I'm gonna mute my thing because I'm like having allergies and I have to blow my nose. 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, thank you. All right. Well, Anthony, it's there's nothing wrong with you watching the live stream and watching the game at the same time. I find it actually really good because it gives me more minutes, more clicks, more views, the better it is. And gang, if I'm sure if none of you have subbed to the channel, please do. I really appreciate it. And oh yeah. Tom has some amazing quarries as well. Daryl Deemer brought up absolutely. No, it's he's giving me like new fish life goals. I have different people like Doug Gray. He's trying different things to get new strains, which I think is really cool. I'd like to play around with that. Love watching what he does. And there you go, Melvin. I do the same thing. And those are sort of life goals for me. Some of it because he's got like 60 tanks. Some of it is, it looks to me, and I'm very envious. Very, it's I watch with a lot of interest because I've had sometimes some of these crosses he does. I've had that same question. What do you get if you try to get this? How do you get it? How many generations? Kind of fun to do. And I love watching Stephen Quartler. He's in the process of developing a new half black AOC line, and it's fun to watch him. But yeah, the Corey's thing and the Pleco thing, down the wormhole on that. Speaking of down the wormhole, where's Dee? She's usually hanging out with us, so hopefully she'll show up. I am guessing that all of us have something in common. We didn't go to the aquatic experience. Raise your hands. I would love to go. I lived about 15 minutes away from Secaucus, New Jersey for a long time. And Secaucus, if you live in New Jersey and you live close enough to the city, I used to work in Manhattan, Midtown. And if I left the house by 6:45, I would go into Manhattan. I would cross the George Washington Bridge. The Lincoln Tunnel always takes longer than the Holland Tunnel. You're way on the other side. But if all of a sudden I was leaving the house, it was after 6:45, I'd drive to Secaucus and take the train into the Penn Station. And the deal was, it may or may not be any quicker, but you get stuck on that George Washington Bridge and there's a big accident, you can be sitting there for an hour and a half. I didn't have the luxury. I had to get in for meetings and stuff like that. So, hey, Rob, what's up? Rob 93 in the house. Hey, Rob, we've been talking a little bit about this. This apparently is bacon for fish. For shrimp wafers, what shrimp wafers do you use? You keep Plecos, I think. Love to hear. All right. Speaking, yes, bacon. Yeah. Yeah, Aquashella. I was in the process of my contract wasn't renewed at my previous employer, and I had an interview where I am now, like the next week. And I think it was, do you know what? It may have been Friday where I had the interview before Aquashella in Dallas. And, you know, you get up here for an interview, and I already had started taking down my aquariums because I knew I was moving. So, yeah, so I mean, I had like 6 weeks. Hey, Cindy, thanks for lurking. It's okay. We accept lurking. We find lurking good. Hey, 13 in folks here, 12 likes. Thank you guys so much. So the idea here is I was in the process of tearing down my aquariums because I was moving. I had to rehome my electric blue Jack Dempsey's, which I did. I had a lady who wanted some babies from them, and I said, "What if I just give you the pair?" And she's a nice lady, so and then I rehomed my guppies before getting up here. So, you know, once I get up here, now I have the fish room up. I'm up and running. Everything is good. I have to figure out what to do with culls of the guppies, and we'll figure that as time goes on. Probably sooner than later because I have so many baby guppies. I noticed fresh ones twice this week. So these tanks, you know, I'm glad I got these new aquariums set up. So just go from there. And And thanks for the tip, Rob Bull, for Jess, the shrimp granny. By the way, I'm all in on the shrimp. I love me some shrimp. I love the Corys. It's all good. By the way, vodka would probably make this taste good because this isn't that good. I have 10. Hey, Doug Gray's here. Oh, yeah, I've upset the Chinese. Free Hong Kong. All right, now we've been banned from China. Not again. So it's and if you haven't watched South Park, these guys are ruthless. They went in and they've taken on this China thing with what they do with Nike and with the NBA and stuff. They've been, I mean, monsters. By the way, Doug, I've been talking about you a little bit. We've been talking about all the crosses that you're doing. I'm living my fish room dreams through you, watching you do all these crosses and the experiments that you do. All right. So, speaking of the fish food thing, Doug Gray has really good fish food. Okay, Doug, can you? I'm gonna make you into a mod and put up a link to your eBay store so people can look at your guppy food because it's really good. My guppies love it, and I bet there are a couple more crosses. If you watch Doug's channel, he has a lot of different crosses going on at all the different times, and so it's fun to go out and look at. Yeah, Terry's Tropical Tanks, and you're absolutely correct. Matt Stone and Trey Parker are freaking geniuses. They're wonderful, absolutely wonderful, and I really appreciate them. And they're fearless, absolutely fearless. So I got Doug Gray's guppy food. It's pretty good. The fish love it. I'm using it once or twice a day, and well, let me go find it here. Hold on, let me find it. Go to the eBay store and go to and let's see here. That didn't work. Let's see here. Guppy food. All right, now I'm looking for it. Oh, here we go. Grade high density guppy food. All right, here we go. Here's the link. And so that's his eBay link. So if you want to take a look at his food. Yeah. Oh, you have to play some Marvin Gaye, or you know who else gets the ladies in the mood? That Usher fellow. That Usher fellow sings a romantic thing, as well as that Barry White. And that Barry White fellow is able to do a lot of different things. So that's I appreciate that very much. Hey, Petzotics in the house. Let's see here. Let's see. Am I missing anybody? Yeah, and no, Ed Sheeran doesn't get anybody in the mood except to throw up. And as much as they say Jeff Peterson gets people in the mood, not so much. Not so much. But you know, it's Barry White though. Barry White's pretty good. And you know who? You know, here's another guy that you know, romantic music that you could play in the fish room. John Mayer. I mean, the ladies love him, right, ladies? You love that John Mayer guy. So there we go. Prince, Melvin, you're talking about my guy there. Absolutely. Absolutely. Prince would be good. Get those fish in the mood. I'll tell you the fish that I think if I got into it and I like comb through Aquabid, I swear to you at least once a week. Bettas. And looking at some of the amazing colors, pretty fascinating. Yeah, Prince was an unbelievable guitar player, unbelievable drummer, unbelievable keyboard player, great bass player. The other thing that he was really good at is he was good at playing the trumpet and the saxophone. I saw first Prince concert I saw was the Love Sexy tour. And there was a period there where he went from instrument to instrument. I mean, my goodness. Oh, Cindy, that's funny. Sweaty White. I'm very white. You'll never find. I won't sing anymore. And you guys like music. And so, yeah, Prince was great. Prince was, you know, last time I saw him was, probably 2002. And, because he started doing all these like, immediate shows, these sort of drop in shows, because he hated the idea of people going out and hawking tickets for higher prices. So he liked the idea of doing these spot shows with 2 days' notice. So they get sold out for the people who really want to be there. That was his deal. And he just hated scalpers, hated them. And, so that's, a purple Betta with white trim. Oh, yeah. Oh, Keith Sweat, absolutely. Bobby Brown, new edition, absolutely. It's no, those are romantic balladeers. Bensonics. I'm tricky, or it's the Beastie Boys. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Yeah. So it's I like me some that. I like me some hip hop. Um, and I like the rap. I went to uh Rock the Mic tour. A few years back, it was Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, Big Boy, 50 Cent, Chingy. And I saw that in Charlotte. It was a great show. Absolutely a great show. And it was, yeah, and it was of, and I'm not somebody who's been to a ton of concerts, but I've been to a lot. I've seen, a lot of the big acts. I've seen the Who. I've seen Bruce Springsteen, Skinny Puppy. Um, the Call, the Psychedelic Furs. U2 a couple of times. Um, and there's a lot of shows I would like to see. Prince I saw four or five times. I was trying to think that through. Love Sexy was the first, and I grew up and I worked in my hometown, which is Minneapolis. Thus, the Skull Vikings, T-shirt, and I really, 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 I got to see Prince several times, so it was great. And hey, you know what? I love punk rock. Sex Pistols, one of my favorite bands ever. The Ramones, Dead Kennedys, The Damned. I'm all in. I love me some punk rock. I like three chords and a lot of shouting. I like metal. I've seen Metallica. Yeah, Debbie Harry. Yeah, Vikings tomorrow, absolutely. And yeah, it's yeah. I gotta put Mr. Bolo down. Yeah, I that's the one place. I know Doug is from the Philly area. You know, there's just a few play. I love my Vikings, and I've seen them play in a few different stadiums over the years because I've lived all over the country. I'll give you the three places I will not see the Vikings. Will not, refuse to. Uh, Oakland. I will not see them for the New York Jets, and I will not see them for the Philadelphia Eagles. Those are the three I won't do. I'd go. What's funny is I got tickets when I lived in New York to see a Giants game, and it was Giants 49ers. And the Giants crowd was absolutely terrific. There was people showing up with 49er hats, and and the fans just basically would say, "Wrong hat, buddy. You're wearing the wrong hat. It's a Giants game." Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Yeah, those are three shows I wouldn't go to. Fleetwood Mac, Journey, or Chicago. Mainly because I've heard the Fleetwood Mac songs enough. If I ever hear another one of their songs again, it's not they're great, but it's just I've heard it way too much. I like hearing new stuff. Yeah, I'll give you a couple of the recent bands that I really like. I like Mumford and Sons. I think they're fantastic. I really like Death Cab for Cutie. They're great. Um, I enjoy 21 Pilots. I enjoy Arctic Monkeys. I enjoy uh it's I generally try I fit into sort of the uh alternative genre for music I like, but I really love funk. I love the hip hop. Let's see. Oh, I by the way, I did see in concert Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. I saw the Pointer Sisters in concert, and I went to. Now, don't judge me for this. I actually got free tickets to go to a Wham concert. Day on Chainsmokers. I love the Chainsmokers. Black Keys. Yeah, absolutely. And Black Keys are good. Uh, I really enjoy. It's what was the name of the band? My mind just gone blank. Linkin Park. I really like Linkin Park. It's really too bad that their singer offed himself. So it's yet George Michael. Yep, he's dead. The other guy didn't do anything. Okay, I went to Day on the Green too. I was working when I was in college. I was working for a video store, and one of the regular customers there, this guy was like 60, and he had a 14-year-old daughter. His wife didn't want to go to the shows, and he didn't want to be the pervy old guy with all the little kids. So he said, "Hey, I'll buy you a ticket. Will you come with me?" So I went down there, and it was Day on the Green 2, Katrina and the Waves. There was some other group I can't remember off the thing. Wham, and the headlining act was the Pointer Sisters, who were from Oakland. This was at the Oakland Stadium, And there's like 80,000 people there. It was huge. And the deal is about Wham, and these seats were pretty good. I mean, I was really up front. Is that George Michael left that stage after every song and did an outfit change. And I began to think, you know what? This feller perhaps has a drug problem because he was coming out pretty, it's pretty. Yeah, I didn't see Human League or Culture Club. I wouldn't mind seeing Human League. Culture Club was, was a little ahead of me, by the time they crashed and burned. We'll say, yeah, I saw Metallica. Um, it'll come to me. I've seen a bunch of shows. I saw Natalie Cole. Saw, yeah, I don't know. It's I've seen a wide variety of shows over the years. Morris Day and the Time, Minneapolis crew, folks. Um, so it's just yeah. Oh, really? Lincoln Park SpongeBob videos? I'll have to check that out. I'm all in. And so it's yeah, I would really like to see that. The band that I would love to see is from when I was a little kid was Kiss. They seem to be around forever, and they're on their farewell tour, and I would love to see them. Before I go through. Hey, Mr. Bees, no problem. No problem being late. Welcome to the live stream. Here and there. Hey, by the way, gang, thank you so much. 13 likes, fantastic. Now I have a question. Is Jeffro going on tonight? Bolo wants to come back up. Yeah, he's pretty spoiled. He doesn't jump up, which is actually good. Because Pomeranians can have bad knees, and he's never really been a jumper. One of his puppies, she's like, she's like a circus animal. She'll jump from chair to chair. He won't do that. It's or he's too spoiled to do it, and so just go on from there. Yeah, it's. I was just curious because we went past 7 o'clock. I don't want to get into Jeff Rose time. So if anybody sees him beginning to, if you see an announcement for him, please let me know. Bolo is 12 years old, and he has congestive heart failure. He's on medicine for it. And one of the medicines is a little bit of a diuretic, so I have to walk him over and over again after it. But, the little guy, let's face it, this dog has the best life in the entire world. He is just, I do, Doug, but, the deal is, okay, he's 12 years old. The doctor says because of how he's responded to the medicine, the treatment, he could be around for another 2-3 years. I do my best. I'm here every day with him at lunch. I've had to put him in boarding a couple of times in the last year, but I do it with his vet, and at the vet's office, he runs the place. They love him. So they put him out with the dogs, and they call him the yard boss. Because apparently they'll put him out with bigger dogs, and he's running the place before you know it. So he's a good little guy. Jess, you're right. Melvin is he supports everybody. Supports everybody. So it's great to have him here. Great to have all of you in the fish room or in the live chat tonight and chatting away and all that sort of stuff. So much fun doing these. I don't know why I didn't start this earlier, by the way. And by the way, Monday we do the Monday drop-in before the unauthorized pre-show for Steam Thought Aquatics. So it's so the deal is I go right before he does, and we talk about some of the stuff going on in the fish room. Hey Doug, did you go to Aquatic Experience by any chance? Did anybody go to Aquatic Experience? And because Melvin, you're in Philadelphia. Doug's in Philadelphia. That's not too far from Secaucus. You could take a train there. Oh, you didn't go? Okay, Doug. The deal is about Secaucus. Yeah, I get it. I'm very antisocial as well. When I went to Waffle House today, Waffle House was full. And I was just and so I was in line and some guy was sitting at the thing, and I don't know if he wanted to take me on a date or what have you. He invited me to join him at his table. I said, "Oh, I'm good, thanks." Just looked at my phone. I can be antisocial. Oh, you're in Pittsburgh. Okay, all right. For whatever reason, Melvin, I thought you were in Philadelphia. My fault. And yeah, well, Secaucus isn't as bad because that's on a major freeway, but I understand perfectly what you're saying, Doug. And the deal is, these folks that are going to Aquatic Experience, I've told several of them, you've got to go into Manhattan for a steak. Save your, go and plan to spend some money, but go to a Manhattan steak joint right in Midtown Manhattan. Just not too far away from Penn Station is Keen's Steakhouse. Keen's is where is the oldest steakhouse in Manhattan. It's great. They have historical things in it. It's great. The other two that I really like, and there's a bunch of them. A bunch of them are really good, but I'll tell you the two others that I really, really like to go to. Wolfgang's, no relation to Wolfgang Puck. Wolfgang's at 33rd and Park. My boss went there so much during my time in New York that I would just walk in and I'd say, "I'm with Mr. O'Neill," or I'm with O'Neill. And they go, "Oh, Mr. O'Neill here to his table." That's how often he was going in there. So, and the other one is Sparks. Sparks Steakhouse is the steakhouse where John Gotti killed Paul Castellano. It's in Midtown Manhattan. It's you can't really walk from it from Penn Station. You could do Wolfgang's. It's about a 10-block walk. Keen's is really easy. It's like a 4 or 5 block walk. But you'd have to get into a cab to go to Sparks. And the deal is about Sparks is that the place is always full. Last time I was there, got there after a meeting at 9 p.m. on a Monday. In the restaurant business, Monday is the bad day. A lot of restaurants are closed on Mondays because it's just the worst day of the week. This place was stuffed full. Had to wait 15 minutes for a table. 9 p.m. So that's the deal. But yeah, Manhattan, that's the the thing is to go and hit a kosher deli. And everyone talks about Cats, which is very good. The one that's really good, it's also near Penn Station, is Ben's. Absolutely. No, Doug, you're absolutely correct. Worth every penny. My dad had this line. My old man had this line. Get something that you can't do at home. So if you go out to dinner, don't get chicken. You eat chicken at home. Everybody loves chicken. Get something completely different. Get an exotic steak. Get some fish that you normally can't find. Get something different. And lamb chops is a good example. Good luck getting good lamb chops at the grocery store. If you go to Amazon Foods, you can, but it's expensive. I bet it's expensive to go to a restaurant. But I love lamb chops. I love a good steak. I love, it's when everything is said and done, I enjoy all that sort of stuff. So next weekend, I'm going to the Northwest Arkansas fish auction. It starts at noon, and that's about an hour away. I'll be back here by 4:30, and then we'll do our normal live stream, and of course we'll do our Monday night drop-in. Here's what I'm after when I go down to the fish auction. I need more plants. I want to try some water sprite if I can. I'm doing pretty well with guppy grass. It's doing really well. I have some hornwort, but I need to get something like that. So that's the thing I'm going to be purchasing. I'm going to be going out and purchasing that and going from there. And I would like to get another super red or two. I'd like to also get more freshwater shrimp. And these tins that I've set up, I'm going to put some substrate in them just so I can do the shrimp and the well, I'll tell you, Doug, that's the one thing I went through last weekend, and when I was doing water changes last weekend on my tens, I had a lot of hair algae on the guppy on one of the tanks. The other tank is fine, just the one tank, and I pulled it. I went and pulled as much of it as I could get off the guppy grass. So that did take a little bit of time. And I don't understand. I guess hair algae is algae is sort of a deal, but no, thank you for bringing that up. You're right. You're correct on that. My let's see here, the Mika Splendens tank. Tomorrow I'm going to do my first water change on that. In fact, here's how I do my water changes. I know I've explained this before. I apologize for being repetitive. Is that I have a 45-gallon garbage can, rolling garbage can. I fill it up with water. It okay. Well, I'll look for Java Moss and Water Sprite when I'm there at the fish auction. Hopefully they have it. Now I'm gonna get some more shrimp. I'm being bit by it all. So the so I'll look at that for the fish auction. I would like to get some more shrimp, a couple more super reds. If I could get a couple of long fin super reds, I'd really, really, really like that. But let's see what I get. And I have more super. I have a couple more super reds arriving this week. They'll bring me up to a total of 5. If I can get 2 or 3 more, that would be fantastic. If they could be long fins, that would be even better. And so add that genetics to it, and then and I need to buy. Yeah, when does it end getting stuff for the fish room? I also need to get some. I also need to get some shrimp caves. Not shrimp caves, pleco caves. So I only have one in there right now. So I need to get like about 3 or 4 of those puppies, and go from there. So that's gonna be one of the things I'll be doing while I'm down there. $12 folks here, 17 likes. Thank you guys so much. And Java moss is the best aquatic plant in the world, hands down. All right, if I can pick some up, I'll get some. And from Angels Plus, yeah, I've looked at those there. I'm just seeing if I can get a good deal at the fish auction. That's all I'm after at the fish auction is see if I can get a deal. If I can't, I'll order them from Angels Plus and I need to get like probably 4 or 5 of them to make the fish real happy. And I probably need to get a piece of driftwood. So yeah, so now here's what I went through. Said, well, I'm gonna get a couple of plants. I'm going, okay, maybe some more super reds. Oh, some shrimp. Oh, some driftwood. Oh, some pleco caves. Yeah, it never ends. It never ends. It's funny. Ken's Fish. I'll take a look at. That's a site I haven't looked at yet, or I've looked at it, but I haven't purchased anything from. I like to purchase something from everybody. So it's spread the love around. The one thing I have to go through it, and I'll do a video on this coming up. These veggie clips that I got them from 2 fishes. And okay, they're not the cheapest in the world, but they're really good. And you could put especially for the Amica splendens, also the other tank, you can put lettuce in it, you can put a cucumber in it, you can put zucchini, as I did today. Hold on, my guy wants to get down. Hey, Bolo, say hi to everybody. The world's most spoiled dog, everybody. So yeah, so that's one of the things I want to go and do and get all set up. So yeah, I thought I was getting like 1 or 2 things. Now I'm getting like 10 things when I go to this thing. Robs, welcome. Welcome to the live stream, our Saturday night hangout. Wow, 18 likes, gang. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. So yeah, so I'm gonna come back loaded up with junk. Now at the last fish auction, it's actually a table sale I got. I got a portable tote that's insulated for transporting fish around. It only cost $5. So I bought a bunch of fish, and it was in Kansas City, and it was like 90 degrees outside, and I know I'd have the air conditioning down to minus 20 degrees if I could on the drive back. So I went and got that taken care of. It was all good, and so I've got that. I'll bring that with me so we can go out and enjoy the stuff. So it's I'm really excited about it. All right, gang, we've been here for a little over an hour. I really appreciate you being here. Tomorrow we have a video coming out at 10 o'clock Central Time. That's 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. And we'll see you Monday night for the Monday night drop-in, the unauthorized opening act for Steam Fought Aquatics. So we'll be here before Bob goes on the air. All right, gang, thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you. All right, bye-bye.